This video was sponsored by Enhance, Elbilmek, ABRP Planner, Kempower and Bilkomponenter. Yo, what's up? We are in Schönefeld, Berlin, and we're getting ready to start heading back home. It's not going to be a full hammering back home because we have two small kids with us, so it will go over several days. But all right, this was the end point, unfortunately. Feels like we didn't travel that far, but okay. So I charged the car to 100%, it's now at 99%, so we can hammer it, right? Yeah, this is Nio EL8, by the way, if you guys haven't seen it before. So, yeah, the kids, they're still inside. I'm getting ready now. Still need some more luggage to be loaded inside the car. But yeah, so it estimates 427 kilometers. And yeah, okay. Not sure about that on the Autobahn, but we might go back to Ioniq Wittenburg. I'm not sure if the supercharger in Wittenburg is a good option or not, but it might be overcrowded. We'll see. I still haven't decided where to stop. I have to check once we get closer about the charter status and what is available, because it's still in July now, so there's still plenty of holiday travelers. So yeah, all right, anyway, do the final preparation and then off we go. We are back at Ioniq Wittenburg, and I present to you German Ladestau. Well, we have 6 stalls here and some cars in queue. I'm not sure. I have to ask some of the people who came here before me, but it seems that, okay, these two are queuing up, and also the ID3 over there. So yeah, hopefully these guys, they won't charge you 100%, right? Well, there's an Xpeng G9 just pulled in, so they are fairly fast to charge, I hope. All right, we got a spot here. Waited around 5 minutes, so it wasn't that long, fortunately. Taking 120 kilowatts, 18%. Wifey asked me how long I'm gonna charge. I'm like, I don't know, we have 17%. I'm not gonna explain to her this is the 100A battery that charges a lot slower than the 100B battery. With a 100B battery, we could top up for 10-15 minutes and then we can move. Now it's like, you know, we need more swap stations in the north. Let me show you the map here. Okay, and well, if I do this, you can see the swap station. Maybe actually you can see them on the map by default. Yeah, okay, there. See there? Here, swap stations. Here, swap station, only 2 battery in that station though. 0 out of 0 battery. Huh, what? Oh, huh, really? Only standard range battery, not the long range, only 75 kilowatt hour battery. Okay, we'll experience that in a couple of days by the time we pass there. And then the Schleswig is probably still down for maintenance. Can I not click there? There. Yeah, dude, they have maintenance for over a week now. Huh? McDonald's ice machine, right? That's what it is. Ice cream machine. So, but here it's like a dead zone without any swap station. Swap station would solve the problem. Swap within 3-4 minutes and then we have 90%. But now we still have only 21%. And you see that thing over there? It looks like a ramp or something. That is that ski, indoor ski resort. They actually have lots of solar panels there, but also on the ground nearby. But that's where the supercharger is. And why didn't I go to the supercharger? There's also Ladestau at the supercharger. Actually, here in the app, wow, it shows 10-minute wait time. Not sure how they figure out that. Huh? They need to somehow figure out which cars or apps or whatever are waiting, right? And then eventually they plug it in and charge. But they also have to distinguish between the Teslas and the non-Teslas. And the Teslas would be easy to just look at the data, but okay, anyway. And let me just check here on Ioniq app. Wittenburg. Oh, it claims 2 available chargers now. Huh? Is it really 2 available now? Well, what? Okay, whatever. 1 out of 6. Well, okay, I messed up something there. But 2 out of 6 now. Okay. Well, I just happened to come right when there was Laderstau. Okay, we ended up at the same donate shop here as last time. Feels like wifey didn't want to come here, but or maybe I don't know. But okay, at least we have salad and stuff, not only donate. So now we're just waiting for the food. And the good thing is it's walking distance to the Ioniq charger. Holy macaroni, the food is here. So this time they asked if we want salad, and they said, yeah, okay, we want salad. And then seems like if you go for the salad, you get double sausage. So we have double currywurst here, and then some chicken salad. Well, I say it's a chicken, the donut chicken with salad. Okay, I like me. Lamiga. Okay, it's okay, yeah. And then Isabel wants this. We need to cool it down a bit, and then try to eat all this. Alright, from Laderstau to Stau. I don't know, it's Baustelle, whatever, but yeah, next stop is going to be the place we stay for tonight. It's actually a hotel for once, a guest house. Yeah. So we've been staying at only Airbnb until now. So yeah, I don't want to hammer it too hard, 200 kilometers away from there. Well, actually, you can't go too fast anyway. So it's going to be wet. Well, it is already quite wet today. So yeah, but nice and chill, right? 20 degrees Celsius. Not so hot, unlike yesterday when it was 32 degrees. Okay, cool. The car here shows that we have a 3 kilometer stau, and then it will take 16 minutes. Oh, that's not good. We are topping up now a little bit. Yeah, same story, 113 kilowatts. Before we go to the Schröder's guest house for the night, 24 minutes, 23 kilometers away. So we're getting close to the Danish border now. It's over there. So yeah, on the way south, we actually went all the way from Kolding. But today we stay here. It was better for the prices, yeah, on hotels versus whatever is available. But yeah, I'm going to show you guys here. So you guys remember Bustorf used to be here before. They had V2 supercharger. They've been upgraded to V3. Seems like this is more and more common. Financed by the European Union. Great that the EU, they spend money on something useful, and the hydrogen stuff we've seen in the past. So yeah, open for all cars, of course. Tesla for the rescue. Wait, are all of them V4? No, I see some V3s also. Over there, yeah, there's some V3s there you can recognize by the stall. But yeah, so right, the kids, they survived this trip, but there was actually earlier, Axel was a bit grumpy. And he cried actually for a while, but we couldn't stop. It was just Baustelle and stuff, you know, and no man's land. And then eventually he settled down and fell asleep, and now he's breastfeeding. So yeah, I mean, he's 1 year and 2 months old now. So eventually it's going to be better next year. So that's why we don't travel that far per day, maybe only 400, 500 kilometers maximum, but prefer around 300, 350 kilometers only. And the problem in Deutschland is that there's so much Baustelle and so much stau here. So traveling here is actually slower than Denmark, but traveling through Denmark is even slower than traveling to Sweden. So actually the 1,000 kilometer challenge I do through Norway and Sweden might be not realistic during summer, because you have to drive slower in these countries I've been in, at least. So yeah, not sure what I should say here. We have Løvenplay, we have casino, There is a truck parking over there. Yeah, those chargers are still there. I wonder if it's a Lego or something. They've been there before, but it seems like they might have upgraded them. So unfortunately, they use more and more Alpitronics. But also over here, we have more chargers. Also Alpitronic. So yeah, I gotta say, man, it's been many years since I was here last time, but Germany is slowly developing. Yeah, I've been here, well, I think almost 10 years ago. So I've been here with my Teslas in the past, but now, this time, with the Nio. Hello, and as always, when I go to superchargers especially, then people recognize me. Yeah. So you're Danish?
Danish, yeah, coming from Austria.
Austria?
Going back to Denmark, yeah.
Ah, okay. Yeah, how was Austria?
Very, very nice.
Nice, and did you get...
a lot of mountains.
Yeah. Did you get nice weather also?
Some rain, but mostly nice weather. Yeah.
Okay, where in Austria was it?
Thun.
Thun, okay, yeah. I don't remember. Okay.
West of Salzburg, south of Munich.
Yeah, okay, roughly there, okay. Yeah, the word. Yeah, with the Model 3.
Yeah, Model 3 performance.
Yeah, did you experience Laderstau?
One time.
Okay.
But it was like northern part of Germany, otherwise no.
Okay, well, wasn't that Wittenburg, was it?
I don't remember actually.
Okay.
But it was like 10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, I've had like 25 charges and no queue at all.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Well, nice to see some followers.
Thank
you.
Have a good trip.
Yeah, you too. Have fun. Have fun. So yeah, I guess we wait a bit here until the kids wake up. I'm not sure. Well, Axel is asleep. Yeah, Axel is awake. He's like, oh, milk. Isabel, though. Oh, these windows are quite heavily tinted, which is good for blocking out the sun. Isabel just woke up now. Yeah, the first nap was a bit short, so she had the second nap. Isabel, you wanna go play? There's playground over there at Burger King. Okay, we might not want to eat anything heavy because that previous food stop was quite heavy, but maybe some drinks and snacks at least. Oh, is this a coincidence or his side? Her side? What the heck? Where did you go? Off-roading? Well, we let the kids play a bit there. I actually didn't need to charge that much because charging over here is almost twice as expensive as in Denmark tomorrow. But we're going to Schleswig. We're gonna pick up some, well, we're gonna order some takeaway. We're not that hungry, but yeah, we found, well, there are not that many Thai restaurants here, but at least some Vietnamese restaurants. Yeah, we'll see what we can get. Seems like the kids, they tend to like some Vietnamese food. Okay, let's play music. Okay, Isabel wants to listen to Kaptein Sabeltann. Hiv og høj, snart er skatten vår, så kan vi ta det roligt de næste 100 år. Så kan vi ta det roligt de næste 100 år. Well, I think this is the first time I'm in this city. Schleswig, or I don't know how it's pronounced. Okay, we ended up here. It's some kind of residential area, but they have a restaurant here. This is what wifey found. Unfortunately, we are so full from the kebab or the doner earlier. This seems to be a nice place to dine. The only problem is that it might not be that child-friendly. Well, except for that, there's a big playground here. So now the kids, they are playing, that's good. Axel seems to be a bit grumpy earlier. He wanted to walk or run or something. Isabel got some playtime over at Burger King, but it wasn't that suitable for Axel. So at least now they are playing together. If timing was better, if the kids were not that small, well, the limitation here is actually Axel, I'm not blaming him, it's just that he's so small. Then we could have had some nice dining over here, but okay, maybe some other time. I'll try to remember this place when we come by here because it's close to the A7, you know, north-south route. So Yeah, now we just wait for the food we ordered. We wait for the food and then the kids can play a bit. Well, I mean, he was grumpy because he was sitting in the car all day. Now we just have to let him be dirty then. Huh? Axel, you are smutsig. Got to clean up. Okay, well, now to wait for the food to finish. Well, we told the staff that we'll be out here, so I guess they'll come over once the food is ready. Meanwhile, the kids are playing. Yeah, Isabel and the wife is over there. Okay, so I'll watch over Axel so he doesn't put anything in his mouth. This is the place we stay at. It's just a guest house in a very small town with almost nothing here. No convenience store open, no kiosk, whatever. Okay, we're just here for sleep anyway. But only one night, so there are stairs, no elevator. And I need to carry, well, we don't pack light, do we? No, every time we sleep over, we normally sleep 2 to 4 nights, but this time only one night. But it means that I have to take out this and das and whatever other stuff and carry it upstairs. Let me just check here. Do we forget anything here? I mean, it looks quite bomb here after over a week of travel. Man, dude, huh? What? There's snacks and shit there. I need to clean up properly. I used the fridge here to keep some stuff cold during the trip now. But okay, let me start carrying up the rest then. Room inspection. I now use my phone and we go wide. So we have one bedroom here, double bed. Well, I mean 2 single bed. I think I need to move one of the bed to the other, so Isabel can sleep together there. And then here we have, but okay, not bathroom. He's gonna go in there. Yeah, main bedroom with a little bit of living room. So it's called a suite. So it's around 140 euros roughly. Yeah, this is via hotels.com Expedia. I had some bonus night I needed to spend, so it was only 1,000 NOK I had to pay. Yeah. So, I mean, it's still okay. Yeah, the best we can get now. But here you see the bathroom. I mean, it's like, yeah, okay. Not the highest grade on everything, you know. Maybe it's time to replace some of the furnitures, huh? They're a bit torn down in it. And also, why we prefer Airbnb is that usually Airbnb, they have fully furnished, fully functional kitchen and also fridge. Wait, there is no fridge here. Shit. I brought this with me. We have yogurt and some cheese and ham, and that needs to be in the fridge. So I guess I will have to put this in the car. Then we use the car's fridge. Okay, not yet, not yet.